Alright, yes, we're recording, and nothing obviously happened. We're just waiting patiently to get my Westfall. None of we're going to be asking politely for the Sudetenland. The thing about this, using the same diplomat that we got Memel and Slovakia from, because, he obviously did good the last two times. And we might as well just land. If we get the Sudetenland, we might as well just carve it all up. Take Czech proper. Just do what they did in real life. Again, I can't really be bothered with good. My light cruiser's being built. My heavy cruiser's being built. My 2 is being built, which means we could build. I don't want more destroyers. We just want another sub, I think. There's 2 of them. It makes sense to build them in pairs. Get them ready in case push gets a shove against Czechoslovakia. And that way, they can parade up and down the decks in their pretty uniforms while up in Kiel while everyone else does, stuff down here. Might be a clever diversion, if you know what I mean. But, obviously, if we need to take over the Netherlands, it could be pretty damn helpful. We're up to 38 now. Donuts has 2 extra ones. In reality, he actually lost a couple subs the first couple months of the war. So in that aspect, you could say, plus he's not at war. Funny thing, if you read, the war diary of the BDU, it's a week before the war, he was just complaining that, Vader was complaining, wanted, a dance with, as many U-boat officers as possible. It was going to be, one of those, naval, ball dinners, and Donuts was bitching and complaining about it. So at least I found that kind of funny, it's... You kind of tell he wasn't really involved that much about, wasn't really told until late. Either that or, either that or just kind of he didn't have his priorities straight. At least if there was going to be a war in 2 weeks, I wouldn't really be concerned about officer balls. In that situation, you would think they would have something else to worry about, but that's history. And it's not like he could have really done much better if he, I'm not claiming to be a naval expert. There was one guy that I went to truck driving school with that claimed that was in the Navy, and he was like, oh, you could have done this, you could have done that. Well, why didn't they do that? And as much as I read about naval warfare, I'll just defer to this guy. I think his name was Jimbo. I had no idea about his last name. And he just sat there and complained about Democrats and poor people all day. Obviously he thought he was superior to them or something. It's just the way the world is. No, it's good. You know, it's good to have radars. Let the civilians know when they're going to be bombed. Stuff like that. Improved oil processing, which I want. So we have better oil. Oil is coming in quicker and better. Everyone talks about how good German oil is. Alright. Now we have a bunch of scrap. We have to figure out what to do. We might as well do some advanced machine tools. And just, like, get our industry getting together. As I said before, unfortunately, it seems like we're going to be going to war eventually. We just can't keep up this, you know, charade forever. Well, these are 150, 150. Yeah, we can't do any of this without war. Oh. Milch. Yeah, we can't do anything to 150. And we had to get some sort of theory, so at least that way we could get, like, those 2 extra points to begin improving our units, because ever since that battle with Poland, we haven't really been doing much. Actually, I thought we would be going to war a little bit sooner. But Britain wouldn't have caved in, and we had to, like, do some quick little thing against Lithuania or something like that. But I guess that's a good thing. So, free civilian factories. What should we be doing now? 1, 2, good. Might as well make some sort of belt. Connect these sort of 2 fellas. There we go. And after that, we can make you have a military factory. And you. And why not you? Donka Sean. And might as well some more armor, I think. Now we're doing it for. How are we doing with our force air? And then 59.93. Close air support. We'll be almost ready to get a close air thing. And strategics, I'm just gonna cap at 100, just because we don't have as many of them. So, overall then, we seem to be doing good. World tension is actually going down a little bit. Who sent 5 volunteer units? Ooh, the Soviet Union. That's good. And the legionary Romania is, like, attacking, is fighting with, what's there's a way we get a claim on these guys? I'd like to start a war against you. There isn't really a focus that allows us to do it well. Piece me off. I want to fight these nuts. Yeah, it was war of Greece, but I don't want to fight Greece. I want to fight Romania. Macedonia. for Spain. Be nice to eventually go down. Yeah, next we're going to be going to war against Czechoslovakia. Yeah, the Comintern Pact. Army innovations would be good because we could get army experience plus 10, which is not a lot, but will allow us to do something, I think. Yes, we got this Leica division, the Schnell division. We have all these pointless things. Pretty much we'll just take, what, like good 50 or 60 too. I wonder if we just make copies. Are we allowed to make copies? How much does it take to make a copy? Good. Schwerpanzer. Well, it's not like Schwerpanzer, but it's gonna be a heavier unit. Heavy Panzer. We have Light Panzer and Schwerpanzer. It'll be heavier compared to the other one simply because, well, we'll have a couple medium units thrown in the bunch, if you know what I mean. All these 76 ones who are growing dust right now. And Sudetenland is guaranteed by the French, which concerns me. They obviously don't really like me that much. These people don't like me. I want to go to war with someone. I'm getting bored. Alright. Yugoslavia. You're guaranteed by the French. Which pisses me off. So in other words, if we're going to war against the French, we really need to have something over here to help us out. To protect us on our other flank. Decisions, I tell you. No. Planes, I guess it's gonna be planes. There we go. Tapped out with planes again. So it seems like, yeah, our main enemy is going to end up being in France again, which sucks, but... Grand Batterie. They got what, 95 to 158, 95,000 men. 54 bloody military factories, while we have a healthy... what? 79, 106. Thing is, our divisions are probably bigger than theirs. It's not like they're going to war or anything. Which is good. While we've just been pretty much beefing up our army the entire time, our divisions are bigger than theirs. And if it's just us against France and Yugoslavia, we should be able to pull it off. So obviously the next thing is the Munich conference. My friend over in England's gonna come down and we're gonna like do our thing. And we're just ideally take over the rest of Czechoslovakia while we're at it. And if France says no, yeah, we could like get a bunch of war goals against those nuts. And then go to war, of course, with France itself, because I don't like France. And I don't see any reason why we can't have them like singing that Marshall Voila or Marshall We Are Here, or there was a Yale course that I listened to about French history, and I mean, it's, you have to admit, I think a lot of the reasons why they lost was just because they got bled out in the First War. Everyone got blood, but they got a little bit more than everyone else. Alright, 39-18. I'm going to build an old light cruiser, I think. Even more annoying as it sounds, it's just kind of like, I really do think we just need more subs. Leipzig. Alright, buddy. You want... There we go. Yeah, have at least something of a surface fleet. There's no reason why we can't steamroll these people. Kind of worried about France. I just wonder, they probably have medium tanks in their units and we don't. I mean, we could just like force the medium tanks into our divisions pretty damn quickly, but just, you know. Where's my... I should be able to... Württemberg, Moselland. Where am I frickin'... Okay, that's nice. I like land forts. Don't you agree? Maybe it takes a day for it to update or something, but... sucks. You know, it's I kind of like these, like, this or that, but I want my Sudetenland. We all want Sudetenland. I do. You do. We all want my Sudetenland. And ideally, you know... Nice. So, Britain apparently has guaranteed my independence. Thank you, sir. That's just like very... I don't know why the hell they did that, but that was very grateful on them. I mean... That's, you know, overall, I think it's... You know, at least... No, I think that's going to be like a really good thing, because I guess that's the sad thing. That's both what Hitler and the Kaiser wanted. Sort of like, you know, like it was like a situation. Yeah, I'm not going to spend 100 political power to get one building slot. I'm saving that up and then get myself an army theorist. And ideally, I would like to get into some sort of alliance with you if possible. You know, because after all, I am Comrade Adenauer, and we're like friends, right? I mean, I'm gonna spend that money just to make sure that they like me. Okay. Okay, good. Yeah, we need to somehow get world tension to 80. And when that happens, we could like somehow do good, I think. It was really nice that they like guaranteed our independence. At least, I mean, I'm not like that concerned, but you know, it's like one of those things. If you had a choice of that or not, it just makes sense. Let's get another motorized unit. There we go. The joys of waiting for one of these. I'm thinking, oh, this or the other one is going to be anti-tank for like that last support unit. Which would be good. I mean, we need something like that too. 3.62, that's actually not that bad. At least, I mean, as weird as it sounds. A couple less days until we can, like, play with something. It's the late one is my Schwer Panzer. And I'm thinking about actually just keeping the heavier, the light ones here, and I'm just going to give them a bunch of medium ones and just push it up to 20. And it'll literally be a bigger pantry unit, or a heavier one, or whatever. Got 100 of those medium tanks, 100 strategic bombers. It's time to deploy them near Dortmund. Strategics. Shift click 100. 8,000. See what they give. Fernkampfgeschwader. Fern. Wonder what that means. Let me look that up. Fern. Fern. Yeah, I know. Fernstehen is like a TV. Fern means remote. Alright. Entfern means distant, so it might be like a distant thing. Far away as distant fighting squadron. I think Vernichtung, destroy Kampf. Destroy Gesellschaft. Destroy Community Division. Squadron. I mean, I know in real life they didn't have any, so, but still. Alright, I'm just going to pause the recording for a second because I have to take a shit, and I'll be right back.